Hmm?
All right, what other
If it doesn't
B1s?
give
What other
creep.
B1s? Iron Ziggs. Historically there was like, there's like Gragas.
Wait, are you looking for B1s?
Yeah, B1s. Non-committal theme champions.
As
The misfortune it's more misfortune Ezreal, I think, both. I mean, misfortune just because of BT. If like BT wasn't in the game, then she's not B1. But I think misfortune with BT reminds me of the Doran's Blade stacking that I told LS about and he didn't believe
No,
me.
what are you saying?
Actually, I told me like 6 months earlier, I think.
No, I told you.
Yeah, I'm saying you told me 6 months earlier.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
Okay.
think MF's a B1 champ in my head. I
Really?
think it's
Well,
just a. I think it's
I
just.
think it's just-
It's
big-
always solid, no? It's always useful. It's never
Going down.
useless.
Oh, Varus historically,
Unless we're full
Varus.
tanks. Yeah, Varus. No,
Var-
by the way,
Varus is-
the lethality Varus buffs, they really want like worlds to just be lethality every game, or what's going to be so boring? Okay, I have a question. Do you actually think they're indirectly buffing T1, or are people coping?
So my tinfoil hat theory is that is a real
I think
thing.
so too.
Yeah, I my tinfoil
I
hat
think so too,
theory.
yes.
Yeah. And I say this because let me think what I can say. I saw the reaction from some people when T1 made finals. You know what I mean? Like certain
Or
people.
worlds. Or what?
Yeah. When T1 made finals, I saw
But they were
the
happy or what?
reaction and what they said to Joe. You know what I mean? So, like, I think
Why are you
Riot
even
cares
talking
very
about
much
this?
about T1. Yeah. Riot
Well,
cares a lot about T1.
Well, of course, but you know how OP it is? They gave him 1.9 bonus scaling on Q and 110 on E. Like the numbers are just too high.
Yeah, the numbers are too high. Yeah, I agree.
It's such a stupid buff too. Like it's so like unskilled sort of.
Wait,
If you
on what
just buff the
champion? Huh?
numbers. Varus.
Varus.
I mean, like playing against lethality Varus is like always boring. Like it's so boring to play into.
Yes, but it's also like it also becomes boring to play when you play it like 70 games in a row because it's so like it's just boring. Like imagine World's meta is just Ziggs, Varus, Jhin every game.
Oh my god.
It's legit gonna be this. It will
No,
be this.
don't get me excited.
What? How is it so
No,
boring?
I'm
you
just
know-
memeing.
But you know, every Worlds is like that. Go check when you remember when EDG won with Viper, right? When was that? 2022, right?
Yeah.
You know, the world final matchup was like Aphelios Ziggs, like go split Ziggs every game, and then it was like Jhin. It's always utility champs at Worlds. I think I had this talk with you already, but in spring it's generally hyper carry meta, and then everybody complains that they hate AD carries and they get nerfed, and at Worlds it's always utility. Like it's literally like that. Or just people at Worlds become more dialed in and want to play like more like that sort of way. I don't know. I don't know if that's the case, but yeah, Jhin, MF, Aphelios, Ziggs. Yes, it was those four. And I mean, I can check what were the most played AD carries last year. Wait, a World Championship. Wait, how do I type it? World Championship 2023.
Maokai.
Well, Maokai has
Maokai,
been broken
yeah,
for like forever, man.
Yeah.
This champ needs to get.
Maokai's
the
funny.
kid's too
Maokai's a
good.
funny one.
But like, I think I read that like the champion diversity has been the lowest it's been in years on the like MSI or out of nowhere.
No,
like,
no, I'm talking about this list. How can you put Udyr on this list and not Maokai?
Oh, you're talking about the list? Because Maokai
yeah,
can't
for
be
sure,
blinded.
Maokai is better. He
Maokai's
can.
what?
No, he can't be blinded because he can't be
How
flexed
not?
anymore.
But what counters?
Okay, he can't
Maokai
play
What
AP.
counters Maokai jungle?
A ton of the junglers counter Maokai jungle. Wait, I'll pull up the list from yesterday. Wait.
Oh yeah, I swear if I see like, I don't know what.
No, you can out farm him and you can out 1v1 him, but this champ can always
Okay.
He's always
provide
useful.
value at
He's
all
always useful.
times.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
he's always useful, but I don't. But he like okay because he can't go AP anymore because his ratios are all gutted and his cooldowns are gutted, right? So he can't go AP. he has to engage. Like, he has that theme. He must do this, right?
He doesn't have to engage.
Why does he
can
have to
just clear
engage?
his team, no?
He has the greatest non-committal engage.
Okay,
in,
yeah.
League of Legends.
Okay, he has engage and yeah, but there's other champions that are better at that than him.
What champ? The only exception is like maybe Ornn.
Yeah,
But even
Ornn.
still, like Maokai Sapling is just basically free vision. W's it enables your carries to point and click auto attack or to hit skill shots or whatnot, and then Q is
But his
like
inherent. Okay. If the argument is that he can be blinded. Okay, if the argument is that he can be blinded, sure. I don't think his actual power level is that high. Does that make sense?
well, that's just what's the name? That's just the state of the circumstances of how many times he was gutted number wise.
Right. Sure. Right.
OP.
Yes. Like if like okay, yes. He can be blinded in that regard, sure. I'm trying to think of like the big power blind B1s that like you can play off of. But like Maokai B1, I wouldn't be happy to play off of Maokai B1.
But you will never be unhappy with Maokai B1.
That's true.
Champ's just
Yeah,
always
that's true.
useful.
Yeah, I guess I'm not unhappy. I'm happy to play against it, which is a weird thing. Like if I see B1 Maokai, I'd be happy.
Yeah, because he's just a vegan, but it's just
Right,
like,
exactly.
It's the OG mystical magical tree or whatever you call it. for a
He's like
reason.
both a bad B1 and an okay B1. It's weird.
I
in
really
that
don't think
regard.
he's a bad winner. He's like always solid. He's always like a, he's okay.
Yeah. The biggest thing is like compared to all the other champions, like whether it be even Ornn or what's the name? Like what's the name? Nunu or
Wait,
Udyr.
Nunu
This champ
Z
does not-
blind.
Yeah.
Why?
I write
Wait, why would you rather have a Nunu than a Maokai as a first pick?
because so I talked about this yesterday. So hold on. Also check Discord.
I mean, I know you're friends with Kesha, but come on.
Okay. But not friends with Kesha, dude. What is Kesha doing these days? Oh my God, his China streams.
He's a G2.
Yeah. Okay.
But okay. But
yeah.
it's not like Nunu scales, bro. Like
Okay,
how
okay.
does Nunu scale a Maokai?
Okay. Because Nunu doesn't have any bad matchups in the jungle.
Okay.
He doesn't have any 1-to-1 bad matchups. Okay. Then he's a neutralizer in the sense that he can do stuff to every single jungler, including Ivern. Right? He can play a messy early game against Ivern, and he's really good even in lane swap meta because he can play messy early games because of his speed around the jungle. And then his inherent base kit is really good, even with like low levels and low economy, just because his base kit is strong. So even though he can't scale like in solo queue where he like speeds up and snowballs and shit and like gets all his ganks off and stuff, his objective control is insane and he amplifies his teammate. So he's like the karma of the jungle.
Besides the last 2 points, I have rebuttal points. The first 3.
Okay.
Like, how can you say Nunu has a superior kit than Maokai? His kit is actually terrible, in my opinion. Like, the Q and E is not that useful. Like,
Well, they're different themes.
Maokai Q
Yeah,
compared to Nunu E, both in matters of, like, slows. Maokai Q instant. You instant get phase rush. Nunu E, you need to spit out sperm, like, for 3 seconds in order to get the phase rush.
Why did you say sperm?
Because he's spitting out sperm. And then Nunu's Q, it's a point and click melee range, chomp someone for, if you do a minion, it's amplified. If you do it on a champion, it's like what, half or something.
Yeah.
So it's only good for objective control. That's about it.
Yeah.
And then W, you just roll a snowball around, and it almost looks like you're playing Kart Rider or something. And then the ult is just like, I don't think Nunu's ult is more what's the name? More zone control compared to Maokai ult.
Yeah, but
Because
they're trying
to still. You have to stand still, and sure, you get a shield, but Maokai ult, you just press, and then in every objective like range, whether it's Drake, Herald, Baron, whatever, it just gets the complete area, and you instantly snare everyone that's in it.
I mean,
Now, all that being
that.
said, Maokai is like fine/good into. I mean, Nunu is fine/good into Maokai, but like if we're talking purely kit, Maokai has a superior kit. I think the only
I-
reason
okay.
why it's being like not
Yeah.
so OP right now is because he doesn't have either demonic or like it's
He doesn't have demonic
not
and
ready.
all his numbers got
I
hit.
think AP Maokai was like uncontrolled. It was so broken. Like,
Yeah.
but like I agree. Like, I feel like Nunu has to get into danger way more than Maokai. He can't face check with saplings. His zone control is centered around himself and the channel that doesn't even like hard CC, while Maokai has like a fucking tsunami that roots everyone and is
Yeah.
pretty much like
But
he's
they're
not
trying
in
to do
danger
different
like
things, guys. Like they're not. We can't compare
Yeah,
them
but-
1-to-1.
Yeah, but I'm
Nunu's
saying, like,
trying to
let's
be a
say I have-
mosquito.
let's say I have Nunu, right? And
Yeah.
enemy has Lilia. Isn't Lilia happy?
I think they're
um,
both happy.
huh.
Do you know what I mean? Like I think they're both happy in the way that
But what
Karma's
Hugo,
team
what
can be
build-
happy.
What build even? What build? Tank?
So I think he has 3 builds. I think he has Leandri, Protobell, and then just regular tank.
Yeah, AP.
Yeah.
So Leandri first, Protobelt first, or tank?
Leandri first, or Protobelt first, or tank. Like I think it depends on the game. But
Yes.
generally Leandri or Protobelt first. But again, like the way that I think that Nunu isn't. So this is one of the problems that I think with Nunu is everyone's perception of him is solo queue Nunu, right? Which is also played by like bad players, in general. So I think the way that he can just be a mosquito in competitive, and then his objective control, we're just not seeing it, right? And obviously, I think that we're having like a pretty good faith conversation right now, like us three. But I feel like the conversation's like even really akin to like Gnosis, right? Which I wish Trimby was fucking here.
Okay,
where
but Nas is so fucking broken right now, by the way. Holy shit.
I fucking hate it. But shit. Wait, all right, we're in draft.
This
We're in
champ
draft.
is so fucking broken, bro. They need to fucking gut this champ, bro. Every game in solo queue, he fucking two-shots me on... Like, or every time I have it on my team, it's so broken. I feel like this champ has no counters. Like, you can max E, you can max Q. When you have 2 items, you're unkillable. You have Frozen Heart, you have Max. You probably abuse Jack of all trades or whatever the fuck they do. You can't lane, you can go AP, you can go tank, you can go Shojin, you can go Trinity.
Wait. They're
Heart.
salty running backing again?
You think salty runbacks are bad?